a 12-year-old little girl just disappear and nobody knows anything. This little girl goes missing June 3. Let's see, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. And nothing is being done. Why?
Why now this case is being brought to our attention? Is it for the fact that school teacher is bringing awareness about her missing student? Isn't the fact that 12-year-old Lori's mother, went on Nancy Grace? Now people want to talk about it? I don't get it.
It's been 252 days since Lori Page went missing in Tallahassee.
They seem to think she ran away, and they're not putting the time, the effort, anything in it. And here's the thing. She lived with the father. She didn't live with the mother. She's 12 years old. Even if she did run away, okay, she's a child. So what? She's a child. Where is she? 8 months? I mean, where is she? Where is she? Hello, everybody. Hey, H. Davis. You are getting lucky on that roll. You are first in. Hello, hello. I hope you're doing well today. Hey, beautiful Janice. Hello. And Miss Beautiful Grace Paris. Hello. Cinderella. Hello, hello. Dawn Emery and Nice Marie. Hello, hello. Good to see everybody. I'm glad everybody's here. I hope everybody is doing well. Today is Thursday, May 29th, 2025. I'm doing good. Thank you, H. Davis. Doing well. It is pouring down rain here. So we're getting some heavy rain showers. I would say heavy rain showers brings May flowers, but we're already getting out of May and going into June, honey. I do know what month it is going into. So it will be my birthday month next month. And golly, where does this time go? I just don't know. But anyway, I hope you're all doing good. And everybody's doing great. Hey, Nice Marie. She is found. She was found, Nice Marie. I don't know if you missed that or not, but she was found a couple of months ago. And they have her dad, of all people, in jail for this. Okay, so I wanted to bring you an update on it. I did update when her dad was arrested and all the things. So you might have to go back and catch those lives. Hey, tap dancer Lizzie, because that's a shame. But there was some new information that come out on this today. It's okay, Nice Marie. Yeah, I think I had like 2, maybe 3, but 2 lives I know for sure on this. And it was just a sad, sad shame because he's the last one I expected. We all know, the situation with her mom and all. So he was the last one I expected. We're going to watch a video in just a moment because you couldn't get any court information or any of that after he went to court, after he was booked, I should say. And, today I got a ding on my phone and I went and looked up some things and still was having a little trouble finding it. But anyway, there is something we need to watch and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And I just wanted to bring it to you because I am going to follow this case and if at all possible and it don't conflict with anything else, I will go to some of the courts you know, and these things can take a long time. So we'll just see. Hey, Millie. Hello, honey. Good to see you. Oh, you're fine, Millie. So let's see. There was a brief news and update on Lori Page. Well, more or less on her father, Andrew Wiley's case management conference is set for this Monday, June 2nd. So the Office of the State Attorney shared some details about what will happen next. And in the case of Lori and with her father, Andrew Wiley, which is Lori Page's father, who is still, by the way, locked up. He's facing second-degree charges. However, this could still be took to a first-degree charge, and that's what they are going for. After all, they said it's still being presented to a grand jury as such. Lori was reported missing, for those that don't know. I feel like I'm getting a cold. I'm so sorry. Lori was reported missing by her father June of 2023. And I spoke with him 2 times right here on this live. And I went there and I spoke with the community. I was welcomed with open arms. They were all very, very kind, including law enforcement. It was very heartbreaking, actually. However, it was more heartbreaking for me to realize her father, Andrew Wiley, was not the credible one. And he even moved. And he was also living his best life. You know, remember, he was a correction officer. And, you know, he was rolling them dice with his friends outside and, you know, all the things. He was just going on living his life. But after a long 22-month search, Lori's remains were found in Thomas County, Georgia, which, as I was sitting there thinking about that today, and I was going over this, and, you know, when I talked to him on the phone the last time, and I was like, hey, do the cops know you moved and you didn't tell me you were moving? Not that he had to tell me, but I was like, you know, because I found that odd. That was even for Sebastian and all that. I was like, you know, I come there and I told you I would come, and you know, somebody led me there and told me I should go around there, and I didn't realize I was standing right basically on your property. But anyway, y'all saw how it went. But I was like, you moved, which surprised me, you know, and you sure did wear summer. And he's like, yeah. So anyway, he said he was still working, yada, yada. And he moved to Georgia, which you have to understand, Tallahassee and Georgia. I mean, you put one foot on one line and one on the other. And, you know, so my point is, and some people that do things to others like to take souvenirs of theirs, or they like to, as sick as it is, I know a SK, which I don't like to get into on here, but I've been on that for almost 5 years now. And behind the scenes, I don't want to talk about that, but, you know, like they'll plant the body right in front of their house so they can look out a window or something to that nature, or they'll be somewhere where they can ride by the scene or something. So anyway, it just hit me with Lori. Did he put her in Thomas County, Georgia, so he could be right there close to her because he knew he was moving. That just hit me today. I was like, wow, man. Yeah. I think so. Something like that, But anyway, Lori, look at her picture up there. She was only 12 years old. 12. Patty Wilson tells in what we're about to hear, what we're about to see, that Lori said, and I didn't know this. I don't think any of us did, but she's telling the lady that Lori said, everyone abandoned me. Everyone abandoned me. How sad for a child to be thinking that anywhere at any time in their brain, mind, or heart that they're thinking such thoughts. Shame on anyone and everyone who ever made her feel that way in her short time on this earth. I don't care who they are. Wilson went on to say, there's a lot of dread now because you're leaving a lot of this in the hands of the system. That wasn't verbatim. I'm just telling you what she said. You'll hear it for yourself in a minute. Hey, Miss Magoo and everybody coming in. Me too. We're Summer. And I think in one of my last lives, I don't know if you missed it or not, basically, and I know what you're getting at between her and her father, I think you're probably right. That's all I'm going to say about that right now. Hold on, I think I got sneezed. Excuse me. Hey, Mary. Because that was wrote somewhere or whatever, insinuated. So yeah. But anyway, so now they don't think anything will happen Monday, and that's Monday, this coming up Monday, June 2nd, 2025, there will be a formal appearance of the attorney. Okay. It's going to be a conference. I don't know if Andrew will be there or not. I don't suspect he will. Probably not. And that's what the lady was saying. I just want y'all to understand, and that's why I'm going over it. Of course, this will be a short live, but probably not. But my guess will be they will go in, they will enter, the attorney will go in, enter a not guilty plea, and that's normal. That's a normal process, if you will. There will be no evidence or anything like that. The DA said in a case like this, it could take 2 to 3 years. Hopefully it won't take that long, but it probably will take 2 to 3 years. And she didn't say hopefully. I said hopefully it won't take that long. But that's what she said, around 2 to 3 years. So they're still in all that process. They want the grand jury because they want a first degree charge. If they can't get the first degree, they will stick with the second degree. That's what he's charged with right now, second degree. He's absolutely charged with that. They will get justice, and they will honor, she said, Lori's memory, and they are committed. The case management said she does think an arraignment will be waived, which just means, again, the defendant chooses to skip the formal court proceedings while charges are read and his attorney enters the not guilty plea and it's put in writing, which, that's basically not a hearing. It's just like they say at a conference, the case moves forward. It either moves forward to a pretrial or a motion hearing. It just saves time. Why would it be waived? Maybe to avoid public attention or reduce expenses or hurry along the process. Honestly, by waiving it, it takes about a minute. It's pretty quick. Actually, I think, in my opinion, for the judge and the attorney, at least, I think it's a pretty good thing. It could be pretty strategic if you really think about it. But with all saying that, all that's going down on Monday. Now, we're going to watch this. Let me put this banner up. I couldn't literally get a channel. I think it's just them going in and videotaping. But who wrote this or whatever, or this credit goes to Maya Sargent. Let me just put that up there because I have no idea. Let me put on a little bit of music just in case. Hold on, let me back it down a little bit because that looks like it's blasting, honey. I don't want to bust y'all's ears open. All right, hold on. And we're going to use this under fair use just for, especially since he is a correction officer, where Summer and Sebastian. So let's go here and just watch this just a second. Hold on. Let's see.
Case against Andrew Wiley, the man suspected of killing his 12-year-old daughter, Lori Page.
Wait a minute. Where the hell is that? Oh, shit. Hold on a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is so slow. I know it ain't gonna start this crap with me this morning. Let me stop it and redo it. Hold on just a minute.
Prosecutors are sharing details in the case against Andrew Wiley, the man suspected of killing his 12-year-old daughter, Lori Page. I'm Maya Sargent, your neighborhood reporter in downtown Tallahassee. Wiley is currently facing second-degree murder charges.
I have pure sadness for that child. She said everyone has abandoned me, and she was right.
The search for Lori Page, the 12-year-old missing girl, took over Tallahassee, with community members like Patty Wilson involved. Page's remains were found in April of this year in Thomas County, Georgia.
Hey, everybody.
Andrew Wiley, the man facing charges in connection with her death, is set to have his case management conference June 2nd. Wilson says she's feeling nervous.
there's a lot of dread now because you're leaving all of this up to the judicial system.
Georgia Kappelman, Chief Assistant State Attorney, is prosecuting this case. I asked her if anything will happen on June 2nd.
No, I don't think anything will happen other than the formal appearance of the attorney on his behalf and the waiver of arraignment and the entry of the not guilty plea, which is formality and typical at the beginning of a case.
Kappelman says evidence will not be presented on June 2nd, adding the first time evidence could be presented would be at a bond hearing. Right now, one has not been scheduled.
What's the timeline for a case like this sort of moving forward?
I think we're averaging 2 to 3 years average to resolve a murder case in this jurisdiction.
Wiley currently faces second-degree murder charges. Kappelman says a grand jury indictment is needed to charge for first-degree murder. That is still in deliberation.
So we're still in the process of reviewing the evidence and making a determination whether this is a case that we want to take to the grand jury for that first-degree murder indictment or whether it's going to remain a second.
Wilson says however long the investigation takes, like the search, she remains committed to honoring Lori's memory.
How can we make sure, while staying on the sidelines, because we have no role now, to make sure that justice is really given to Lori Page?
Wiley's case management is set for June 2nd. Kappelman tells me she does believe the arraignment will be waived. In downtown Tallahassee, Mayor Sargent, ABC 27.
So I just definitely, let me turn this media music off. So I just definitely wanted to bring you all up to date on that and what was going on. And, you know, one thing about it, you know, Florida don't play. They really don't. And you see they're going in front of the grand jury still, even though he's charged with second degree. They're still pushing for first degree. They're still pushing. Let's just continue to pray for justice. I will follow this case. I will keep you all updated. And you know, I followed it from the start, and I will, if I can be there, if I can, and it don't interfere with anything, I will go when I can. I can't promise I'll be to everyone, but I will go. And if I'm in that area, I want to go touch up with those sweet ladies, and especially the lady that came to me when I was talking to those two ladies, and she gave me a lot of information and insight, and thank them personally, and maybe get their thoughts now. But the most important thing now is to say thank you to Tallahassee law enforcement and GBI. I mean, they did a fabulous job. They did a fabulous job in her community. And thank you to her teacher and her pastor. If they had, they never gave up, especially her teacher. And for them, for always caring about Lori and making her feel loved and safe and having a safe place to land. Basically, her teacher did that. And I wish every child could always have a safe place to land and go to someone to talk to. It costs zero to be kind, especially to children. And I will keep y'all all updated. I thank you for stopping in today, you know, here for Lori and listening to the update. And as again, I get updates, I will let you know. But thank you all for being here and taking your time to come and listen. I think it is important. Thank you so much. And let's just keep praying for all of these children. I love you all, and y'all have a great day. Bye.